two scenarios, and we're gonna kind of make this quick. First scenario is you're a first-time buyer, you're looking to get a bow, you don't know what to pick. I'm gonna show you how to do that, or tell you how to do that, and give you some tips. Second, you have a bow, you've been shooting a while, maybe you're kind of looking around to see if there's some things you can change to make you shoot better. All right, first thing you want to do, find you a bow. You can go online and find a ton of bows. They're everywhere. You're new to it, you want to get you a bow that's fully adjustable, okay? I'm going to tell you why. Especially if you're somebody young, you're looking to get it for a kid. Maybe you're all grown up, you ain't going to grow anymore. But the full adjustability will help you out from poundage to draw length, okay? You need something that you can just play with and adjust and do what you need to do. As soon as you buy your bow, you need to take it to somebody, preferably a local archery shop, have them set that bow up for you, okay? When you buy a bow, it's not set up. It doesn't come with a peep sight. It doesn't come with a D-loop. It doesn't come with a sight nor a rest if you're buying one new. If you buy one used, it may have it. Again, I will take it to a local archery shop, have them look it over for you, and get it set up to you. Now, price range. We'll talk price range. You don't need to go crazy. They've got these bows at awesome prices. You can get a starter bow, intermediate bow, $200 to $400, okay? Now, I know it seems like a lot, but this is archery, okay? You're gonna spend a little money to get started. You don't need to go crazy. That's a perfect price for you, okay? You can go online sometimes on eBay and find good deals. The bow will come with the sight and a rest. If you like it, review it. If it's good, buy it. Again, take it to your local archery shop, have them set it up to you. Once they've got it set up for you, it's time to start letting the arrows fly, okay? You go to a local archery shop, more than likely they're going to have some targets in there for you. They're going to work with you. They're going to get you pretty close where you need to be, okay? Once that's done, now the fun started, okay? Now it's just shooting, shooting, shooting. Shoot till your shoulders hurt, okay? You've got to be repetitive, and you've got to do everything the same every time you shoot, okay? Now, let's go to the second scenario. You have a bow, and you've been shooting for a while, but sometimes your archery or your accuracy isn't that great, okay? You're having issues. Sometimes your arrows are left, they're right, they're high, they're low. Can't figure out what's going on, because most days you're spot on. There's a few things I think I'm going to tell you here, you may already know, that's probably hurting you. Number one is face contact, okay? When I used to draw, and I used to use the old wrist strap style with the trigger style release, that's how I first started. That's how most people were going to start, okay? I didn't like it after shooting for a while because I couldn't find a steady anchor point, okay? Didn't really know that till I started getting into thumb releases. But when I used to draw it, and I used to hold it right on the side of my face. I'd have it right here on the side of my nose. Now see, I got a lot of face contact here. So when I shoot, it's gonna rub the nose, it's gonna cause that string to come out a little bit, it's gonna do some funny things to your arrow, okay? What I learned and what I worked on, you guys give this a try if you haven't already, is learn how to draw and put that string right to the tip of your nose. Now if your bow is set up right for you, you should be able to draw, and it comes to the tip of your nose, and that cable, don't know how well this is going to do, this is a training bow, should come right to the corner of your mouth, okay? If you're having to draw way back like this, draw length's too long, okay? If you're having to really stretch out and it's way over here, you need to get your draw length adjusted. If you're drawing and you're having to get up here, get your draw length adjusted, okay? Grip in the front. I see this every time, and it's human nature. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? When people first start shooting, the first thing they do is they really death grip that bow. It's human nature. When you draw back, you know, you think it's going to come flying at you. What you got to do, get it right there in the crease, okay? Get it in that crease. Now, it's going to take some time. What I recommend is if it's giving you hell and you can't get it, no matter what you do, it just seems like it's going to slip off or something, take your draw weight down, okay? Don't get caught up in having to have a super fast bow, because you don't. You don't get caught up in, you know, men especially, don't get caught up with that pride thing, you got to draw 70 pounds, okay? You don't have to. Our local archery shop, there's a buffalo hanging on the wall that was shot with the bow, I think that was at 40 or 45 pounds, okay? It's about shot placement. Don't get hung up in that. Bring it down. Matter of fact, your professional target archers, big, strong men, shoot about 55 pounds because they shoot so much in a day they don't want to wear their shoulders out. So get you a draw weight that you're comfortable, that when you draw it back, You know, you'll see people do different things. You'll see with their fingers out like this, or you'll see them get real cocky and put it away, you know. Whatever you want to do, whatever works for you, okay? Don't let anybody tell you have to do it a certain way, because you don't. The reason you want to relax your hand is because if you're death gripping it, you're torquing that bow, okay? Now if you look right here, I'm relaxed. Now watch that bow when I torque it. See how it kind of turns that bow a little bit, because I'm just gripping it hard. So it's not going to fly straight. Relaxed, torqued. Relax, torqued, okay? Work on just simply getting it out there, relaxing your hand, okay? Now I'm going to dry fire this bow, but it's made to be dry fired, okay? Never dry fire a bow. Relax your hand. Over and over and over, repetition, okay? You're going to get out there and there's going to be days where you're going to shoot like crap. You're going to slap your forearm, your arrows are going to be off, and it just happens. You may have shot 200 shots and they all hit the perfect circle in the middle. That 201 shot, it's going to be off. It happens. Don't let it discourage you. Don't walk away from it. Just keep plugging, keep shooting, okay? Releases, I went to a thumb release because of anchor point, okay? What I'm going to do, I'll shoot another video, and I don't have any wrist strap styles available anymore. I don't have them. See if I can borrow one or just go buy one for the video to show you the difference, okay? I'm not going to get technical with you in the bows with all their components, with their cams and their cables and their the strings and the yokes. And I'm not going to get technical right now, okay? We're just making this simple. Shoot, 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 okay? Now, I will say this. Even though you are not working on your bow, I don't recommend you doing anything that requires compression of the limbs or anything like that. Don't do that, okay? Not many people have the equipment to do that. If you do, great. Maybe you're watching this and you're giving a little review yourself. But take it to your local archery shop. That's what they get paid to do. They're professionals with that. They know what they're doing. Let them work on it. And let me just give you an example real quick. Say you wanted to, I don't know, change your peep sight. It's kind of iffy because I could do that on my own. But anything that involves compressing these limbs down because you need to get something loose, you want to check something up here, don't mess with your cams. Don't mess trying to fix cam lean. You go on YouTube and you see something on a video that says, oh, it may be cam lean. Don't get in there and try to do this on your own, okay? This is literally a ticking time bomb if you try to compress it without the right stuff, okay? And it's not to scare you. That's just so you have respect for it. Know your bow, okay? It is good to watch a bunch of YouTube videos because they're out there everywhere. You know, understand what does what and why it does it. That way, if you're at home and you're having issues, you may be able to limit it down what it might be. You can call the local archery shop, go into them, tell them, hey, I get a situation here when I draw back, you know, I can look back and see my cam's leaning bad or something. They can work on it. Or just take it into them and say, here you go. I got a bad bow or I got an issue, help me fix it. And they'll do it. Sights. Don't get out there and start shooting and say you've got it sighted in pretty good and one day it's a little off. Don't just start messing with your sights. I say this time and time again. I had my son do the same thing. Shoot. Shoot. I don't care if it's 100 arrows. If you're aiming at the middle of the target and every arrow is going left, right, high, low, as long as you're on that bag, keep doing it. When you can put almost every arrow in the same spot, you know you're doing your part. Then you can mess with sights. You can adjust them how you need to, okay? And to do that, you just chase the arrow. If the arrow is right, you bring your sight right. Okay, I got a single pin. Bring your pin to the right. If it's high, go high. You chase the arrow. But I recommend you don't even bother doing that until you start hitting in the same spot every time. The only way I would recommend or even say to adjust your sights is if for some reason you're out there shooting and you're not even on the target, okay? Arrows are flying out in the grass or something like that, then you may need to adjust it, but highly unlikely. So get out there and shoot. If you're 4 inches off, okay, but say you shoot 20 arrows, all 20 arrows are in the same spot 4 inches off, you're doing right, okay? Keep shooting, keep working on that form. I've said it again, don't get caught up in speed, don't get caught up in the price of a bow. Don't get a bow because your buddy's got one, he says, oh, I like how that looks. These can get pricey. I paid $1,300 bare for the bow, another $300 for the sight, another $160 for the rest. Now, that's not to brag and show off my bow, but I did it for at least 4 years before I bought this, okay? I finally saved up and bought the bow. This bow isn't as easily adjustable as your intermediate or beginner, okay? I want to change my draw length, I got to go in and get a different mod. I want to change my draw weight, put these style, got to get a different mod, okay? So this is set, and this is where it's going to be. Also, don't get caught up in buying the most expensive sights, the most expensive rests, the most expensive stabilizers. You don't have to have all that stuff. Y'all heard me say in my other videos, you don't have to have the most expensive stuff to be successful in the outdoors. I promise you. I fished with $40 fishing combos for a lot of my life and caught just as many fish as a fishing guide, if not more, okay? Don't get caught up in that. If you want it, great. And I'm not knocking anything that's high dollar. Most of the time when it's high dollar, it's for a reason. But if you're a guy wanting to just sit in the backyard and shoot, or go kill a deer 20 yards away in a blind, you don't have to have the most expensive of stuff. Last thing I want to say, guys, and I've probably said it already 100 times. Repetition, you got to shoot. You got to get out there and shoot, okay? Again, 2, maybe 3 times a week, let 10 or 20 arrows fly. Just shoot, 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 okay? Shoot till you can't shoot anymore. Your average life on your strings, now I've done different research. You know, if you're a guy that goes out there and shoots just a couple times a week, you'll get a couple years out of your strings, okay? If you're a guy that shoots once a month, you probably have them for 3 or 4 years, okay? The bow that I first shot, hadn't had the string changed in 5 years, but they would never shot. A friend of mine had the strings changed, never shot them, said, here, try the bow, okay? That's why I tell you to go to a bow shop. The bow he gave me was not set up for me. Okay, I got really good out here in the yard at 20 yards on a 27-inch draw length, and I'm 29.5. You know, I didn't even realize that I was squeezing in on everything. And then when I finally got to go to archery shop and they showed me what I was doing wrong, man, it just opened wide, you know, it was wide open for me. Accuracy went through the roof, everything was a lot better. So, in closing, if you want to buy a bow, research your bow, review it, okay? You like it, take it to your archery shop, have them set up for you. You've seen what I showed you, how I did, what things I do that help me. Try that. If it don't help you, stick with what you're doing. I'm not a professional. I'm not sponsored by Matthews or any of these guys. This is just what I do. This is what helped me. This is what I wanted to show you, okay? Guys, I appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, go to our channel, like, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube or Facebook as well. We got a Facebook page. We have some stuff on there, some hats and some shirts and cups and koozies. All that stuff is sold to support our YouTube channel. So give us a thumbs up, share us out to many friends as you can, help us out, greatly appreciate it. Tyron Schmidt with H.A.B. Outdoors. I'll leave you with this. Every chance you get, wet a line, let an arrow fly, put some rounds down range. We'll see you next time.